Good morning. This is Professor Mrs. Chandana Santosh Nirali from Food Chemistry and Nutrition Department, Kekewak College of Food Technology, Saraswati Nagar Campus, Nasik. Under subject Human Nutrition, course number FCN 123, credits 3, 2 plus 1. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on energy balance. Energy balance, it is obviously energy intake, total daily energy intake, which will be balancing to the energy expenditure, that is total daily energy expenditure. Energy intake will be like the below. Type of energy, it will depend on the quality of food taken, which kind of quality of food you will be taking, amount at one time, quantity of food taken, how much amount of food a person consumed, timing of meals, early versus late, means the timings also depends energy intake. Food intake is regulated by obviously whenever the person will be feeling appetite, means feeling of hunger, and next hunger, satiation and satiety. These are the factors which regulates the food intake. If a person feels hungry, then only he is going to consume food, and when there will be fullness, obviously he will be stopping taking food. Homeostatic mechanisms contribute to energy balance. Under this, a feedback mechanism is involved. Obviously, hormonal influence will be there to satiety center in brain. Means they will be through signal, it will be giving a sign of fullness of the person, and various hormones involved in this like insulin, ghrelin, PYY, leptin. How their role you are going to see in the next slide. Coming to leptin, it is produced by adipose tissue, and it suppresses appetite as its levels increases. Whenever its level increases, it suppresses the appetite, that is hunger. When body fat decreases, leptin levels fall and appetite increases. Means whatever the amount of body fats decreases, then only leptin will be reduced. Obviously it gives the hunger feeling. The next hormone, PYY, it is secreted by small intestine after meals. After consumption of meals, PYY will be secreted. It acts as appetite suppressant and counters the appetite stimulant ghrelin. The next hormone is ghrelin, which is secreted by the stomach wall. Ghrelin is one of the signals that triggers feelings of hunger as meal times approach. Means before to food consumption time, it gives a signal, you should go for food right now. Likewise, in dieters who lose weight, ghrelin levels increase, which may be one reason it's so hard to stay on a diet. The persons who is on diet, this ghrelin concentration will be more, or its level will be more, so it will be giving feeling of hunger to the diet people on diet. Next, a rise in blood sugar level after a meal stimulates the pancreas to secrete insulin. In addition to its other functions, insulin suppresses appetite by acting on the brain. Insulin, obviously the last hormone which is having role on this factor. Next, energy expenditure, that is how we are going to utilize this energy. Metabolism, it might be low or high. Daily activity, depending on the person's physical activity, it might be sedentary, moderate or heavy work. Exercise, it might be aerobic or resistant training. Thermal effect of meals, specific dynamic action, means here the whatever the amount of heat produced by the body, and all those count under this energy expenditure. Metabolic rate, the amount of energy an animal uses in a unit of time, is known as metabolic rate. Energy is measured The units for measurement of energy are joules or calories. These metabolic rate is of two types: basal metabolic rate or BMR, resting metabolic rate or RMR. Energy requirements of a normal person depends on maintenance of BMR, that is 50 to 65%. Specific dynamic action will contribute about 10%. Physical activities contribute about 30 to 50%. Factors which influence the BMR. Basically, they are age, height of the person, growth rate, as well as gender of the person. Apart from these, other factors which influence BMR are fever. In fever conditions, BMR will be high. Nourishment, if good nutritious food is taken, then BMR will be high. Environment, in hotter conditions, BMR will be high. In colder conditions, BMR will be low. Thyroid hormones, in hyperthyroid situation, BMR will be high in condition. Since BMR is affected by body surface area, it is usually expressed in kilocalories per hour per square meter of body surface. Next, body surface area, that is BSA. It is calculated by using the following formula: A is equals to W into H into 71.84, where A is area in square centimeters, H is height in centimeters, and W weight in kilograms. Normal values of BMR. For adult men, normal value for BMR will be ranging in between 34 to 37 kilocalories per square meter per hour. For adult women, normal value for BMR is 30 to 35 kilocalories per square meter per hour. For easier calculations, BMR for an adult is fixed as 24 kilocalories per kg body weight per day. Means to measure anybody's BMR, we have to take these calculations. Means for every 1 kg of body weight per day, 24 kilocalories we are going to count. That is 24 into body weight. Likewise, SDA, this refers to the increased heat production or diet induced thermogenesis. Whenever food is consumed, obviously it is undergoing the process of digestion, which gives heat, that is known as diet induced thermogenesis. Part of this is due to the expenditure of energy for digestion, absorption, and active transport of products of the digestion. Another reason for this expenditure of energy is that reserve materials such as glycogen, which is stored in the liver, triglycerides, they are stored in the adipose tissues, and protein, which are obviously in the muscle mass, etc., are synthesized from small molecules available after digestion. SDA can be considered as the activation energy needed for a chemical energy. So this is meant for activation energy, which is required for daily activities. Calculated values of SDA. The values of SDA are: for proteins it will be 30%, for lipids 15%, for carbohydrates 5%. For a mixed diet, if it is combination diet, it will be 10% on average. Physical activity and energy, most variable and changeable, obviously depending on the activity, the energy uptake or intake will be varying. Voluntary, it won't be, it will be changing. It can be significant in a weight loss and weight gain. Means in weight loss and weight gain conditions also affects. The energy requirements would depend on the occupation, physical activity, and lifestyle of the individual. Obviously, in a heavy working person, energy requirement will be more, and in a sedentary work person, energy requirement will be less. And lifestyle, obviously, in hard working people, it will be more. Next, calculated values of SDA. Classification of physical activity, if we see, for sedentary work plus 30% of BMR, for moderate work plus 40% of BMR, for heavy work plus 50% of BMR need to be taken in for calculation. Next, calculation for energy requirement for a 55 kg person. who is doing moderate work, if we consider for BMR 24 kilocalories we know into 55 kg, so 1320 kilocalories. For if we are going to calculate the activity plus for activity 40% of BMR, that is moderate work we consider, so 528. These two in total gives 1848. Need for SDA, if we are considering SDA into count into 10%, that will be 184 kilocalories. So total grand total will be 1848 plus 184, that is 2032 kilocalories. That is the energy requirement for a 55 kg person who is doing moderate work. Obviously, whatever the pictorial representation showing, it denotes upper body fat is more common in men than in women and is closely associated with heart diseases, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, and some of the some types of cancers. Here the man is represented with a apple shape. Obviously, if we consider the men's abdomen as well as chest place will be more and they are having the adipose tissue resource in them, which are leading strokes, diabetes, and hypertension, and some types of cancers. Coming to women, lower body fat is more common in women at the places of lower abdomen as well as buttocks. The women will be more fat, that is due to deposition of again triglycerides, and obviously they are leading so many different issues of health because of these deposits, extra deposits. Prevention: calculate your BMR and set your calories goal. How to prevent all these risks means we have to calculate BMR depending on the calculations shown earlier, and you should not have cheat days. Have cheat days, of course, thrice means once a while, that is once in 15 days. Likewise, you can go for whatever your tongue likes, and engage in cardio. Obviously, some physical exercises need to be done for cardio and need to be take care of foods less in trans fat as well as cholesterol. Likewise, consult dietitian. Should go for nutrition diet plan through dietitian, and become social and try reducing stress. Means you should be socialized to every people around you, and you should be stress free, and most importantly you should love yourself, then only it will be possible for you. This is how to eat right for your body type. Means how you want to be, that decides the food, what the food you are going to consume. Apple shaped, obviously if you want to be in apple shape, high fiber food, and you should avoid milk. Pear shaped, you should undergo high protein diet to attain this pear shape. Rectangular shape, you should earn olives, nuts, high fat and protein diet for this shape. Hourglass shaped, to avoid you should avoid carbohydrates, go on a detox diet. These are the different examples given over here to maintain a different means whatever your willing structure of the body. This is how we even can attain our shape of body into healthier as well as happier way. Thank you everyone for your patience listening. If you are having any queries regarding this BMI, SDA and its calculation, BMR, SDA and its calculations, and I hope you can utilize these concepts and calculations for yourself, and you decide your BMR, and so that you can be healthy, and you can decide your diet, and you can be physically active, so that you will be healthy and happy always. All the best for everyone, and be happy and be healthy by having by consuming good food, that is the food rich in nutrients, not in taste. Hope you understood. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all.